What's up, boys? Like, Paulie comes in. Boom. McLaren, get out of here. So, fam, Wade, Zach, how y'all doing today? Doesn't even work on the wife. Definitely not going to work at the post office. Amen, brother. I can't figure out why when I do my ping in Discord that I don't get a notification on my phone. Very annoying. Very strange. I'm curious, do you guys get that? Do you get like a push notification on your phone from Discord? Because I sure don't. That's pretty annoying. What are you guys up to, man? I feel like it's been forever. It's been like a week. It feels very foreign and strange to me. I don't know what to do with my hands. It's looking good. Brother, it's a good point. Well, it's from an app. I don't know, man. Strange. Well, thought today do kind of like a chill stream, go through some of the cars, run them around Watkins. Unfortunately, GT3 starting off at the Nords. I don't know that that's the best track to make a decision on a car with. So I think we will not do that and use Watkins. IMSA is at Watkins this week. I think that's a much better representation of the tracks. So we'll take a gander at that. Trying to get my life all set up together here. Yeah, that's a good one too. I saw P Cup's going to be at Le Mans. That is an unfortunate situation right out of the gate. Definitely I'd like to spend some time there myself. I'm not sure if Le Mans is where I want to spend it immediately. I got Twitch and YouTube going today, so I need to adjust my settings a little bit. There we go, a little bit better. Cool. Make an effort. It's such a pain in the ass to stream to two different places, to be honest. I need to... I feel like I got all my alerts set up correctly, but sometimes it just doesn't seem like it's gonna want to play nicely for some reason. Where are my alerts at?
Kimmy, you missed the presentation by Pele.
It's better than it used to.
Yeah, I was having a shit.
Unfortunately, I don't know that these show up in the chat, which is fucking annoying. I know these do. I don't know. Let her rip, I guess, and hope for the best. Got my chat bot set up. It's supposed to be showing the things. Where you at? Nope. Alerts. WTF, Mike? I already had this set up. It's definitely set up a bit ago. Oh, that's right. I turned it off to turn it back on to see if that would unclog the pipes, if you will. Anywho, we'll hope. Because I hated the fact that like a week or two ago I got raided and I had no idea who it was. That felt rude. So yeah. So we got only on half the tracks of both P Cup and GT3. Well, it's gonna take a hit. Yeah. Well, the series got deleted, but you can still roll with it, I guess. Oh, you don't have an A license, though, do you? I don't even know exactly what they did there. Did they bring prototype series that runs in B? It's a sports car B license. I probably should have just done it this way. Sports car B. So there's a prototype challenge. So what does that got in it? It's just the GTPs? That's dumb. Holy shit. So it's literally, if you want to rock the LMP2, you have to do IMSA? That is real stupid. That's terrible, actually. It's not in any of these. Like the Michelin Pilot. The GT4s, TCRs. GT4s. LMP3. That's endurance. Porsche Cup. Porsche Cup. I got an LMP3 series. So you understand there's no LMP2. That's horrible. I mean, at least you bought an awesome car. It's unfortunate they got rid of it from the series you were hoping to race it in. That's terrible. So you basically have to do IMSA, is that right? Just you, Wade. Not anyone else. Just you. That's bad news bears right there. That is so cool. So Nick got to drive a Ferrari 296 around a track in Florida this morning. That is super, super cool. Did you tell them you're an iRacer so you don't need any instructions? Ruffle. Awesome. Well, that sucks, dude. I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't realize they had screwed it up quite that bad. But yeah, that's really bad. Honestly, the LMP2 is one of the best cars on the series, or on the whole service. I'm really surprised that they would do that. Well, how close are you to A? I mean, IMSA's kind of where it's at anyway. Do they literally? 4 references. So the long ass races that you could do, 6-hour races. IMSA Endurance 2.4, Sprint, and Sprint Fixed. That's it. That's crazy. Wow. Sitting at 3.6. Okay. Is it a fast track at 4.0? Because if it is, honestly, what I would do is I wouldn't try to get it before Monday. I am on it. What's up, Ramex? I am on at a weird time for sure. I wouldn't try to do it by Monday, Wade. What I would say, if you're that close with a 3.6, I would do your MPRs with time trials. I would not do them as races, so you don't risk the SR. I would do the MPRs as time trials, and honestly, if you have to do 4 time trials anyway, you might get 0.4 to bump you over anyway, and if not, it might take a couple more. So you could fast track that pretty quickly, honestly, because you don't need to do races, you just need to do... Okay, yeah, that's a good point. It's a good point, Z. Yeah, shit, that's a really good point. So maybe just, I don't know, I forget, man. I'm going to lose my A license in oval, speaking of. Not that I care much, but, so yeah, 3 at the end of the season. If all you have to do is the 4 NPRs, if you literally just do 4 time trials, you'll be A license on Monday. So then, yeah. You could just do that. You don't need to do the races. I don't know. Do you have to do NPR or you have to do time trials in something that gives NPR though? And I don't know if there are any ranked. I honestly just don't know. So B, no. Maybe there's nothing that would give you NPR right now. But it's still, if you're that close at 3.6 and you just need the NPR, maybe it's worth taking it easy on the first day or 2 of the season, do the 4 time trials, and then hope that that gives you enough SR to jump over that 4.0 to get the auto promotion. That's what I would try to do. I wouldn't risk it in a race unless you're like, I'm going to start from the pits. I'm going to let them get a half a lap ahead of me. Like, honestly, stay way the hell in the back. And, you know, if you could do it at a place actually phenomenally, you've got Nords is the first GT3 sprint race this week. So you could probably get a real nice bump doing 1 race at Nords if you stay way in the back and don't get any X's. And I'm talking, let them get 3 minutes ahead of you. Start in the pits and just stay there for 3 minutes and then go. And you probably get that full bump just from that, to be honest. All right, let's hop in. I think there's definitely some stuff I want to do. Do y'all think it's stupid? I'll ask you. Do you think it's stupid that I have the YouTube view count over here in the bottom left corner? Does anybody like this thing? Does anybody else think that's dumb? I've always liked it. I thought about putting the Twitch one up there since kind of hit or miss on trying to do some Twitch as well. Been running the, did I see that? Might have to run some TT tonight. Yeah, double check that you're going to get NPR from it though, because I'm not sure if you'll get it right now. Because I don't think there's any series that gives it, if that makes sense. I'm not really sure about that. Running the BMW this whole week, it's a shit ton of fun. Oh, the M2, man, that's awesome, dude. I feel like such an idiot trying to drive that car. Like, honestly. I think it's one of those things you get so used to driving one thing. And I wasn't very good at it. That's for sure. If you like it, we like it. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Yeah, I was thinking about getting that on here. Wait. I'll show you guys the secret sauce a little bit. Hopefully. No B ranked. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Well, then you could do it tomorrow or Monday. And honestly, that's probably totally fine. Switch over. So dumb. Like, I keep logging into this thing with Twitch and it like just doesn't stick. It's so weird. All right, you know what? I can do that right now. Bore you guys to death. So you guys been doing all week? I literally have not been in the rig since Tuesday when I did that stream. I know for me, like I've seen this a lot on Reddit this week. Obviously, everybody gets really confused about week 13 is, week 14 this time, whatever. Understandably so. It's a weird time. But people get really confused. And it's definitely, for me, it's just one of those things where I'm like, I basically don't spend any time in here at all. It's a good time to just completely check out and just go do something else, man. Get out of here for a couple days and just chill. Let's see. Where are we? Say Watkins. Not the cup. Oh, shit. That's the wrong button. I'm used to clicking the green button. Actually, I need to bring this back up. April 1st, 1:30 in the afternoon. We'll drive some cars. I don't know. Try to think of a good way to, think of a good way to show this off here. Put some notes together. Leave this. Yes, quit. To do. Okay. Boot. All right, so too many cars with GT3 in their name. So where are we going to start? So I've got some sets. Bryce was nice enough to send me a couple sets to try. So we're going to roll with those. Think of the best way to go through this, because I don't have them all, of course. I've got some. We'll pick a couple cars. I'm not going to start with the Porsche. And we'll, just spoiler alert, we're probably picking the Porsche. I just feel like we got to get that out there. Probably going to be the Porsche. But I want to drive a couple things and just kind of see. So I guess we could start with the Acura. So I have some sets for the Acura. Bad boy over there. The Acura, which it's funny, man. I know a lot of people are kind of hating on this car, or from what I've seen, but I kind of liked it. Acura, Watkins. I don't think we have a car set for it, or a paint scheme for it yet. Let me double check before I get up on the track. Yeah, we're not quite there yet with that car. Cool. Acura, Watkins. Let's do this. What did it say? April 1st, 1:30 in the afternoon. Whoa. Good. That's a horrible user experience. 1:30. 50% track state. 65 degrees. Oh my god, it's gonna rain. Damn it. We're just gonna ignore that part because I don't want to hate my life this afternoon. I'd like to have some fun. What do they normally do? 50% humidity, right? Thinking about this, obviously with these parameters, but also the VRS times. I forget what they do with this part, but whatever. I want to keep it static, right time of day. I know it's 50% with the start of the track usage. We'll just roll with that. That'll at least give me some decent comparison between all the cars. So for right now, it looks like I've got sets for the Porsche, Mercedes, McLaren, Mustang, Ferrari, and Acura, which is pretty good. I'm hoping, I'd love to try the Audi and I'd love to try the Lambo. Secretly, I've always wanted to do a season in the Lambo. It's just never worked itself out. The car always kind of kicks my ass. And I don't know, just hasn't worked itself out. I've always wanted to, though. But I'm telling you right now, like, I massively regret not following my teammates last season in their car choice. And so much of it is just the ability to follow those guys, learn from them on the setups. Man, it helps so much. And when you're kind of by yourself trying to figure it out, and I'm too stupid to learn any of this stuff at this point still. It is a goal of mine for 2025, but still don't really get it. So, holy hell, 10 degrees. Wow. So yeah, kind of as a result, probably going to stick to whatever they pick. And I think right now the choice is, or the leading contender, if you will, is the Porsche, which I'm excited about. But with some of these cars, see if I can make a compelling argument that we should evaluate some others and go from there. And just have some fun. Dude, Wade, 100%, man. Same here. I know I've said it a bunch, but I was doing a lot of that with Martin in the summer. The Corvette, and it helped me so much. I learned a lot of things. Not enough to be able to do it by myself, but I learned enough to try to like understand what to change when I was looking to get certain things. And then it was really cool to have him help. He would download the set, try it, give me some feedback. I'd go back to the drawing board, rinse and repeat over and over. And I definitely learned a lot. Unfortunately, Martin's no longer with us. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I learned a lot from him in a lot of ways. So yeah, that's a goal of mine. And I think too, if I can, like last season I bit off way too much. I don't know if you guys remember, I did put out like a really short video talking about plans for 2024 season 4. And, you know, I tried to do the 2 PRL leagues, and I tried to do Broken Wing, and I tried to, you know, I was driving the Corvette again, which was good, but the GTP, which was not so good, I tried to take on way too much. And as a result, I just had to let go of a couple things, and so I kind of reverted back to just doing the GT3 sprint with PRL. This season, I'm going to try to focus in a little bit more, and hopefully that'll give me more bandwidth to learn some setups, or at least give it a better go. And that's another reason why I'm like, I hope we just drive the Porsche. I know I'm like completely undermining the whole point of this video, but also just wanted to stream and have some fun. So one thing I've noticed, and I'm sure you guys have as well, the colors in this build are like, they pop so much more. I did a couple laps at Nord's, I think it must have been Tuesday, and especially at Nord's, it was, the greens just absolutely popped. It looked so nice. So 35-degree track temp. That's one thing we're going to have to get used to real fast this season. Track temps are very different than what we've been doing the last 3 months. Porsche as well. Do the IMSA races have rain? Yeah, so apparently Watkins has a chance of rain. I think it was somewhere in the 40% range, so not insane, but yeah. And I'm pretty sure I was looking at the open. I don't remember if it was open or fixed. Yet to drive this car without a real set. This is a first, and it'd be interesting to see how it feels. Oof. I know a lot of people have been hating the understeer. It's funny because it feels, when I drove it on Tuesday, it felt to me to be more like the Corvette than anything else, which it makes sense. I don't think a lot of people like the Corvette. Takes curves pretty well. At least at this set it does. Come on. Good rotation. Ooh. Steer, but I think I was just pushing it too hard. Say it's pretty good. I can see that I have a green lap going, but I can't see by how much, and I hate that. I don't know how you guys feel, but to me, the dash is absolutely a huge component in these cars. I love the Porsche dash. I like the McLaren dash. I really hate the Mustang dash. I think it looks terrible. This one's fine. I just wish I could see the delta without having to like artificially sit 2 centimeters lower in the car. Dude, I massively appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoy it. I like to just have fun with it. I hope that that shines through. So trading, yeah, I appreciate that, man. Big time. Are you new to iRacing in general or sim racing? .45.4. I have also no reference for what good laps are here. It's been a minute since we've been here. I want to say it's not 45s though. Got to be probably 543s, I would think. Although again, with the 35-degree track temp, it's going to change things. Ooh. Get the feeling the rear wants to come around, but honestly, I'm not really sure. It does rotate pretty good, man. I mean, I know I was going to say I'm a little rusty, which I know sounds insane, but, you know, a couple days away. It'll get you. Just won the wheelbase last week, waiting for the cockpit. IMSA Tech, love it. Very cool. So have you done any iRacing at all yet, or you're just kind of really getting yourself going? Or even sim racing in general, like anything, I guess. 50. Too deep, too deep. Just getting going. Hell yeah, dude. I love that. Well, I hope you thoroughly enjoy it. It really is a great hobby. I think a lot of people think about it more as a hobby than a game, you know? Makes it a little easier to justify the spending that goes into it. That's for sure. Oh, I'm sure. There's nothing like new hardware day. I say it all the time. Not sure if fifth there or not. You love the rotational acceleration here. Hit that apex yet? It is a very expensive hobby, that's for sure. Very true, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I like how deep it gets too. You know, you get into like endurance racing, leagues, teams. You can take it pretty far if you wish. I think I'm quite getting everything out of that. Terrible. Should be a little bit better. Nope.
45.159.
Cars aren't real, but the racing sure is. That's what I tell my friends or anybody that asks me what I do for fun. They're like, wait a second, so you sit in your basement and you play with virtual race cars? I'm like, I mean, basically, yes. And then I showed them a rig, like, oh, I guess it's a little bit more serious than that. I'm like, yeah, a little bit. And then, yeah, that always comes up. I'm like, the cars are virtual, but the racing is real. But yeah, when I first started, man, Wade likes me to tell the story of how I used the joystick. It wasn't with iRacing, but... I like the Acura more than I think most people do. I love that it rotates. I love that it rotates the way that it does. I like a car to be kind of on the nose, personally. Or if seconds to play there, or third. Get the feeling it's third. .45s and 46s. Interesting. I like this car, man. I mean, personally, I like it. The dash, and I like the dash. I just need to be able to see more of it. I like the rotation. This set feels a lot better than the fixed set I was using at Daytona on Tuesday. It doesn't push quite as bad. It doesn't sound great, at least not from the inside of the cockpit. But honestly, I think a lot of cars don't sound great from the inside of the cockpit. The only one that really does is the Mustang. Sounds amazing on the outside. This corner is sketchy as hell in this car, though. That's the best I've gotten through it. Not so much on time, but felt good. I like that you can just really get back on the throttle and control it. It doesn't want to just completely break loose like, say, the Mercedes or... Uh-oh, too deep. Really? Oh, it's 46. I wonder what the track temps were at that time. Season 3... probably would have been focused on fall, so it could have been a little cooler than what we got right now, but I really want to join a league with a group. Competitive racing, any suggestions? Yeah, there's so one I would say, like, if you've never done it at this point, if you've never done iRacing, I would just get your feet wet, you know, like go through rookies, don't rush through rookies. Take your time, get your feet wet, and you're going to be humbled like crazy. Everybody is. Not saying like you have a big head about it or anything, but you know, you see it all the time. Like, go to the iRacing subreddit and someone's like, hey, I've got like 7,000 hours in Gran Turismo 7. I'm coming to iRacing. I'm ready to kick everybody's ass. And then they go to rookies and like, oh shit, this is harder than I thought, you know? So yeah, take your time in rookies. Embrace rookies. Embrace it for what it is. You know, you're not really affected much. Just go in there, have fun, learn the craft. People are going to kill you. You're going to kill people. It's fine. Embrace it. Have fun with it. And then choose your path. You know, if you're focused on sports cars or formula cars, whatever, like pick your path and then just kind of progressively go through it. I wouldn't even think about a league until you get to like, I don't know, man. I wouldn't think about leagues for a little while, though. I think most leagues, they're going to be beginner friendly, but they're not going to be that beginner friendly. You know, you're going to need some time to get your feet under you. So I don't know when I would say to focus on it, but get your safety rating to a good place. Be confident that you can go through races as a predictable driver. You know, you don't have, the person behind you doesn't have to worry like, oh my God, you might stop 100 meters too early, or, you know, stuff like that, right? Just be able to get through your races 80% of the time cleanly, not like saying 0x or anything, but like just clean races, get through your races. Once you get to that point, I think that's the time to look for a league. And I would say the one that I'd really recommend, especially for newer folks, Broken Wing Racing League. I would totally recommend those guys. They're really good. There's a link to them in my Discord. I don't think they have a website, but they have a Discord. So anyway, I would recommend them. They've got a GT3 league, among other things, that they run, or series, I should say. But yeah, I would run with that, man. I would run with that. for 3K. Okay, I gotcha. Season official week 1. So all the official races start like 7, 8 o'clock Eastern on Monday night. So it's GMT Tuesday morning. But for US East, it's like 7, 8 o'clock, something like that. Just got out of rookies for the season ended. What series do you recommend for Class D? Kind of depends on... I'm assuming you're talking about sports cars. Unfortunately, I didn't go that route. I did Formula all the way to A for like years, and then I switched to GT3s. So I never did. I've never driven a GT4. I've never driven a TCR. I've never done any of those. So I can't give you a great recommendation, unfortunately. I did Formula, so I did Skippy, F4, F3, all that stuff, and then came over to GT3s. Caddy GTP. What's up, Andrew, by the way? Rookies was hell. Start from the back. Just relaxed. Yeah. Yeah, I hear that it's hard to get the hang of it. It really is trading. It is pretty difficult to get you going. But give it some time, man. What's up, Dancy? How you doing, brother? What's up, dude? Long time no see. Orange County. Beginner friendly with soft is serious. I didn't know. Sorry. Didn't do a race in the first year. Or D class, like production car challenge. Yeah, I think any, which, you know, you kind of, yeah, I can't give you any great recommendations for it, unfortunately. Yeah, trading's called Broken Wing Racing League. Check them out. I'm sure you can find them on Google or, like I said, I've got a link in my Discord. And they generally are really good about advertising themselves on, what is it? Reddit. The old Reddits. All right, I'm going to keep track of the times I'm running. Honestly, I don't know that it matters a whole lot. So I'm just going to say 1:45:0. Make some notes. Acura. Change from Formula to GT3. That's such a long conversation. I'll say I've always been infatuated with GT3 cars. So my passion, my love is Formula 1. I love Formula 1. Finally caught one of these live. Well, I'm glad you're here, dude. It's nice to see you. You still running with SNS or involved with those dudes at all? So I did Skippy, F3, F4, the whole thing all the way through. Love Formula 1. And yeah, I just did that literally for years. And we would always have groups of guys. Shout out to the Shake and Bake boys. You know, we'd have teams of Skippy drivers basically that would do all the special, not all of them, but some of the big special events like Daytona 24, Sebring. Well, we never did Sebring. Bathurst. So we did some of the special events in the winter, and we were horrible. Like we'd have like 3K, 3.5K, IR, some guys even way higher, 5, 6, whatever, from Skippy. And we would try to do those races, and we would just get murdered because he sucked at it, right? And anyway, I was just always infatuated with the GT3 cars. I think they look incredible. I love the liveries of those cars, especially compared to like a Formula car. Just, you know, obviously so much more fender to work with. I just think they sound awesome. The competition's great. I love the fact that in sim racing, you can bounce around on the cars a little bit. You're not gonna like die. I mean, think of how many times in a Formula car you touch somebody else's tire and car race over. You know, that kind of stuff just sucked. So, you know, my buddy Peter, SDR Gaming here, he was always into the GT3 cars as well. And I don't know, man, at some point I just followed him over. And yeah, I made the switch, like 100% switch, basically like, I don't know, what time was it this year? January, February, some in that range. And so I've done GT3 almost exclusively in 2024, where pretty much all of my past before that was Formula. Can't tell SR with formula at all. Yeah. I still feel it in the braking, that's for sure. I feel it in the braking a lot. Would you take a formula style cockpits versus GT style? Do you really need both? No, man, I've literally had the same cockpit since I started, you know, for 5 years or so at this point. I sat just like this in a F3 car, no problem. I would just say, man, whatever's comfortable. Whatever's comfortable, that's all that's important. Especially if you get going and you want to get into endurance racing and stuff like that, at some point, like, you just need comfort. iRacing, it's great to see how far you come in T's 10 tops. Yeah, I appreciate it, brother. I've always enjoyed them, wanted to be better at them, but I sucked at it really, really hard for a really, really long time. Definitely think I've gotten a little bit better at it. All right, let's not mess around. We're running the Porsche. Yeah, we probably are. We probably are. But I'm just saying, you know, I got a big content, Peter. Damn it. I haven't streamed all week. All right. Trying to think of some notes. Actually, enjoy. There's probably not 3 L's in actually. Turn in. Feels good. Rear likes to rotate. What else? Sounds like shit. Dash. Can't do. And what else? What else? What else? No clue on top speed or anything. I'm not generally the one paying attention to a lot of that. We'll just roll with that for now. See what other cars. What other cars do I have a setup for? These are all VRS for now, so really quit. Yeah, we quit. Get this out of here. Doing laps to earn virtual money. Wait, what? Doing laps to earn virtual money? You guys must be bored as hell. 12-hour session? What the what? You know, crazy. All right, what else should we go to? I don't have sets for everything just yet. Should we run let's do the Mustang. Let's do the Mustang. This is honestly one that I would actually drive. I think I would actually do it. I kind of wish I had done it last season. Ford Mustang GT3. Don't ask, it's so dumb. I saw you on Discord. I was like, what the fuck is Peter doing? You're like never on Discord. What are you doing? Oh, shit. Y'all are crazy. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm going to go to the Porsche last. Well, maybe not last. Look, like I said earlier, I know we're driving the Porsche this season, like almost 95%, but we need content. I need to race. Honestly, I just want to get back in the rig, to be honest with you. Any updates on the wheel? No, man. I actually went and checked on it recently because I've literally heard nothing. They did say 3 to 4 weeks, and that was, I think it was Thanksgiving week. So we're approaching that now. So we're all good on that front. But yeah, no updates yet. I'm really hoping that it comes like right around Christmas would be great. Yeah, right around Christmas would be awesome. But honestly, as long as I get it before like January 1, when I'm gonna have a whole bunch of free time, I'm good. I am good. All right, this is a 5-degree wing. It's funny how different these are. You have to pay money for off. Wait, what? Dude, I don't get that. I don't get it. Y'all wouldn't believe who reached out to me on Discord the other day. I'm gonna give Dancy and Peter a chance to guess because it would be somebody that y'all wouldn't know. I'll give you a second and I'll tell you. Would you go with an attached wheel or freestanding? Wait, attached wheel, definitely. That wrong. Attached or freestanding monitors? I would get freestanding personally, because there are definitely times where you'll shake something, and the last thing you want to do is shake all the monitors too. That's my opinion. Yeah, and the flexibility. Good point. Two good guesses, but no. Think more country. That's my last hint. Then I'll give it to you. PRL will be 90%. McLaren and Acura. I don't know. I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think PRL is pretty good about having variety. No, I really don't. But again, we haven't seen the numbers. Like, it depends. It depends on how good, obviously, some of these cars are. And you have weeks. Like, we don't have to make that decision until January. The first race isn't until like January 8th or something. So we got tons of time to make that decision. What's up, Danny? Dragon ass, love it. You don't know Pete. So Pete does. He doesn't. I have not seen him on iRacing in years. He'll stream on Twitch. He streams Assetto Corsa. It was JR Hoops. God, I forgot how heavy this freaking wheel is in this car. Good old JR Hoops, man. He's getting back into it a little bit. If you've ever wanted to drive a boat, hop in this sucker. You feel like you're going slow as hell. It's because I feel like from a... I don't know. I don't even know what to say about it. Like, the perspective is so narrow vertically that it screws with your perception of speed. Man, yeah. He's gonna... What's up, Andrew? How you doing, brother? I think he's gonna pop around from time to time. I think he was talking about more just, you know, do some laps. I don't think he wants to really get back into the racing too much. From what yeah, he'd get canceled real fast. That's the only problem. He would get canceled instantly. Yeah, Wade, I think that's probably true, man, unfortunately. Given the license that you need to run it at. Shit. But since you're so close in safety rating, I think you'll be okay. I think you get it done pretty fast. And honestly, you just run one, you know, do some time trials, and then run one race at Nords and GT3, you'll get it. Yeah, if JR streamed, it would be hysterical and people would definitely pay attention, but I think he'd get canceled by some real fast, is my guess. He'd say some wild stuff. I feel like I'm going so slow in this car. Yeah. I mean, it would be hysterical. There was a lot of great times hanging out in Discord with the Shake and Bake crew. And, yeah, you're probably right, Dancy, yeah. But, yeah, I mean, just listening to JR and go off about God knows what was just classic. Classic. Did he really? Holy shit. That's terrifying and amazing all at the same time. I was always scared to stream when I had him in Discord. Because I was like, you just have no idea what he's gonna say. Like literally no idea. Ooh, so bad. Yeah. Wade, this guy, you two guys will get it on, I think, pretty well. He's funny. He's a good one. Alright, so we can get the hang of this car. Yeah, exactly. It's like, it was awesome, and then sometimes you're like, oh god, JR, you can't say that. But it was always funny. You could count on that. Definitely doesn't have the same rotation as the old Acura. He's a good old boy. Oh, he's definitely a good old boy. He's a West Virginia man, that's for sure. It's funny too because he doesn't look anything like what you think he would look like by listening to him talk. It's just the weirdest thing ever, and I love it. But yeah, we'll have to get him. We'll have to get him in here. He might get me a YouTube copy strike or something somehow. Saying something wild. Yeah, yeah. Big time network, you know, IT kind of dude. Always fun to chat with JR, man. I wonder, I haven't really asked him why he kind of bounced, but I think he just got frustrated with the competition side of it. Like people were just, I don't know, maybe competition is the wrong word, but just got frustrated, I guess. People driving like assholes all the time. I mean, he was the one dude, he'd go through like an entire season of SNS or the Alt F4 series. If y'all remember that lovely thing. He'd go through like an entire season with a 0x, you know? Just very clean. It was so serious it wasn't fun anymore. Yeah. I think that's definitely true. Cool. But yeah, it was easy, you know, where... Yeah. This thing is real quick if you know how to drive it. At least it sounds awesome. Yeah, turn 6. Struggled with both cars so far. Kidding? Must be a little toasty. Give it a second. Right on the same lap times, which honestly is really strange. This feels like a much more sketchy 45. I had some sets for the Lambo and the Audi. Shoot. There's no problem though. Pull that brake quite long enough. Just doesn't quite want to rotate as well. I like to get on the throttle early and kind of drive through the corner. So I like when the back end comes around a little bit to facilitate that. I don't like having to hold the nose down all the way. Touch, little touch. Up. Races in Formula 1 I did GT3. I won a couple races in F3 specifically. But honestly, the competition level is just totally different. Totally different. There were so few people that were participating. This was before they did Super Formula Lights and all that. So F3 was, that was the C class or C license Formula car. So definitely won more races there, but again, just much lower competition. Wasn't nearly as tight. If you could, in the F3 car, if you could start in the top couple, I mean, you were going to walk away for the most part. Just, yeah, just not nearly as tight of a field. It's the same speed. 44.9. That felt about as good as I can do in this car. Honestly, I was waiting for the bottom to fall out at some point. That's about as good as I can do there. What's up, Eric? How you doing, brother? Nice to see you. What do we have to say about this sucker? Mustang. So we can get rid of the ones, huh? Probably figure we're going to be in the ones for all the laps. Let's just roll with that. Damn. She sounds amazing. The feels... definitely messes with my perspective there. Doing good, man. Just kind of hanging out. Saturday, chilling. I haven't been on iRacing in a couple, really since Tuesday, so I wanted to get back in and have a little bit of fun. I love family text chains, chats, all the things. Uh-oh. Speak of the devil. JR messaged me 3 minutes ago. God, I hope he's in here. Please be in here, JR. Oh, man. I gotta get him in here. He's just too funny, man. Too funny. Alright, sounds amazing. POV's little shit. To the whole... Sounds amazing. Could almost drive this car for a season just because it sounds so damn good. Yeah, Eric, that's generally what I do. I prefer just to take some time, do something else. It's just not a great week to spend on iRacing because I think mentally everybody kind of checks out, you know? So they're just all kind of fucking around and slamming stuff and destroying stuff. And even if it doesn't count, it's still annoying. It's still time, you know? So anyhow. All right, let's go Ferrari. Let's see what this bad boy will do. Get these sets in here. A lot of sets for the old Ferrari. Yeah, Notepad++. Yeah. I love Notepad++, man. It's like I use it as just like a cheat sheet, or not a cheat sheet, but like a scratch pad. I love that I can just close the program, you know, turn the machine off, come back, and all the stuff's still there. You don't have to save anything. I love it. That I do. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back into it. I really am. I love the down week. But I'm like literally last night I was watching some YouTube content for iRacing, and I'm just sitting there like, oh, I should go stream right now. I want to get back in the car. And I was like, I'll do it tomorrow. So here we are. We have some fun with it. Let it rip. Sets. Like I said, I got a bunch of stuff in here. Let's just go Watkins. Boot. I have been running the race setups for everything, just FYI. I do like this dash because I can see the tire temps. And I can see the delta. I hate the windshield wiper. I think I always feel like you kind of have to relearn something. I mean, even a couple days away, it takes a minute. It takes a minute to get back into it. Jeez. Doesn't eat the curbs like that Mustang does, that's for sure. A lot better than I remember. Could be because I was just in the Mustang. It just doesn't feel... This feels much more lively than that. Dang it. Yeah, much more lively. The Mustang just feels so muted, and I don't know whether it's the field of view messing with my perception or what. I wonder if I should just stay in fourth right there. Well, having a wonderful Saturday. Hope I can entertain you for a little bit. What's up though? She good. Takes way better than I would have expected right there. This is gonna be a good lap. That was too slow. think that the Ferrari is actually going to be pretty good here either way, to be honest. Shit, too far. Should be a pretty good lap. If that's not the best one, I'd be shocked. 44.8. Yeah. Expecting it to understeer and it oversteered instead. Top end this thing has. So good. I would imagine the McLaren would be pretty good too. Definitely go faster.
45.36.
Still on it. 10th faster. Yes, you got it. It's 3 39-inch ultra wides. 3440 by 1440, I think. 3440? Yeah. 800 R curve, which honestly is the best part. Stay in there. It's funny, I'm expecting so much more understeer and it just goes. Yeah, they're all connected. I've got a 4090, so they all three connect over DisplayPort to the 4090. Then I got a fourth monitor overhead that connects through HDMI, and that's telemetry and dashboards, standings, timing, chat, all the things. Got everything extra. God, this feels so freaking good. I have to go to the Porsche next to see. That was a good lap. 44.7. Oop, too much. I could definitely go faster. Not a ton. Optimal's a 44.5. But that felt freaking awesome. Way better than I was expecting. Kind of curious. Actually super curious. Alright. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks, dude. It's been a process, no doubt about that. I've shoot, I could take you back. We could walk backwards for a little while, talk about all the setups I've had that led to this one. That's for sure. But yeah, triples I've had for a while. These I've only had since the summer. I got these over the summer. But I had a set of 32s flats that I had for years. And originally set them up on a L-shaped desk in my office back there. Had my pedals propped up on a box. Had my wheel clamped I had a Thrustmaster wheel clamped to the, you know, the point where the L shape comes together. Just getting it on a desk chair. You know, so I've had the full range of sets. No doubt about that. Feels so very good. Didn't understeer as much as I expected. She quick. I don't know what else to say. Damn. If I could convince the boys to try the Ferrari.
Kimmy, you missed
What
the
else can I even say
presentation
about
by
that?
Pele.
I appreciate
get
that.
over it?
Thank you.
Yeah, I was having a shit.
Thanks, everything. I don't know why it's not showing on my chat. I appreciate the follow. Big time. Getting a relapse in Spa, both this McLaren and the Ferrari. Faster the Ferrari by 2 or 3 tenths. Surprise. Thing is fast. Yeah, it's always been so good. It's always been so good at those types of tracks. Spa, honestly, Spa is kind of like the track for the Ferrari. I think that's where it shows itself off the most. I think Watkins is a pretty good comparison too. I felt like Watkins was going to be it's nice that it works out, that it happens to be the first race of the IMSA season. It just feels like a really good track where you can balance the cars, because you got some high speed corners, you got pretty good straights, you got some low speed stuff, some elevation change, the bus stop, some a little bit of off camber there at turn, what is that, turn 9. Feels like a pretty good one, but it's also a pretty fast track, so it's gonna lean into more the strengths of, say, the Ferrari or the McLaren. That's my guess. But yeah, similar journeys, 332, 327s. Absolutely, dude. Yeah, I mean, for me, like, when we moved from our old house, did I have triples? I'm trying to think. I don't think I did. And then I did, but I had, like, they were a hodgepodge. They were not all the same monitor. I don't remember what the hell. And I'm talking, like, I had like a 22-inch monitor and a 27-inch monitor. You know, just roll with it. And then, yeah, when we moved here, this house has a basement, and like, no bullshit, I tell this all the time, but so sorry for anybody who's heard it 30 times, but like 100% no bullshit. We walked down this, and the realtor's a friend. So me and my wife and my realtor are walking down the stairs to the basement. And as you walk down the stairs to the basement, you look to the right and there's like this little cubby. And my wife looks at it and she's like, oh, that'd be a perfect place to put a piano. Nobody in our house plays piano. She's not here. Nobody plays piano in our house. Her parents have had a piano. They've since gotten rid of it. So you can tell we didn't take the piano. But I was like, that's gonna be a sim rig. And 100%, like, it turned into, it's where I had my sim rig for the first 5 years when we moved into this house. Fortunately or unfortunately, these monitors are too wide to fit. I mean, I'm talking the 332s I had fit perfectly in that little cubby, like with the width of that space is perfect for it. These suckers are too wide, and so I had to move. I moved the whole rig into the back of my basement, which is much more open. I've got better ventilation and all that stuff. Kind of in the cubby where it was, the PC would generate so much heat it would get really hot in the summer. And where I'm at now, it's kind of perfect. It's right in the middle of the open part of the basement, which is not the best thing ever, but it's kind of my space anyway. We don't have a lot of people that come down here, so kind of works itself out. All right, I'm going to shut down the Twitch. I've got Twitch going. I think I'm going to shut that down right now. I do see there's one person there. I am apologetic. If you'd like to keep watching, I am on YouTube. Chris Stewart TV. I'm going to shut that down for now so I can get my normal chat back. Let's see here. Stop that. Feel bad to do that. For some reason, I can't let it go. I can't let it go. I can't let Twitch go. It's like I keep trying to get it to work and I just can't do it. Best man cave. Yeah, I really like it. I'm super biased, but I really like it. I do have a nice little man cave. Y'all can't see it super well, but there's some couches and recliners and a TV back there. So it's kind of like the entertainment part is on the other half, and then this section is literally just, there's a couch up to my left. And it's a walkout basement, so the door's right to my right, and then the rig is literally just kind of in the middle of the space. But basement equals man cave every time. Yeah, definitely. And that was definitely one of my criteria for a new house. I was like, we got to have a basement. I want a man cave. And it works out. Like there's an unfinished section on the other side of this wall here that we use. Like we have workout equipment and stuff in that my sons use a lot. There's a room kind of in the more of the interior of the house in the basement that I use as a home office. So it's cool. I mean, it serves a lot of purpose. It's not just me sitting down here racing. But no Corvette, no Zach. I should have put that in there. And I should have put that in the title, but definitely not a Corvette. I've driven it for 2 seasons. I'm way past done with it at this point. You should test drive the 2 fastest cars at Sebring. Okay, that's a good call. Good call. Try to shake it out a little bit. Is there rain both IMSA fixed and open? There is, and it changes week to week. It changes week to week. G-man. I think actually in week 1, I had the schedule up, but I think in week 1, there is a good chance of rain in the fixed. I'll actually put this in here. People ask me every time I bring this up, you're like, what the hell is that? But definitely check this out. This dude does a great job keeping this up to date. So IMSA fixed. So for fixed, it's a 50% chance of rain week 1. For open, 46. I don't know why they did that, but that's what they did. And then Motegi, which I've never done, so I'm gonna have to spend some time there. So yeah, bookmark that. It's a really nice way to see it, to see the schedule, and you know go through all the weeks, and it gives you the configuration. It tells you how many laps it is, or it tells you the percentage chance of rain. This is a great tool. Thankful this person updates it constantly. So yeah. All right, what are we going to drive next? So the Ferrari was really good. I feel like I need to do the Porsche right behind it, because again, if you haven't been here for a little while, we're almost 100% going to be driving the Porsche. I just needed to make some content, and I really wanted to stream today, and I thought this would be a good title to get people to click it. So thank you for being here. All right, 992 GT3. Let's put this here. Roll with the Porsche. The Cup. GT3 R. See how this bad boy feels. Lambo. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have a set for the Lambo yet. One of the guys from Discord, Bryce, thank you, brother, hooked me up with some sets that have been published so far, just so I'd had something to try that wasn't the fixed setup. So I really do want to try the Lambo and the Audi. I don't have sets for either one of those cars yet. So that doesn't mean they're out of the running. I'll definitely give them a shot as soon as the sets show up for them. But honestly, like, I'm almost 100% going to be driving the Porsche. Just because the team is most likely going to drive the Porsche. And I'm going to follow the team. But we need content. And yeah, just need content. I just wanted to stream. I really do. I wanted to do it last night. And yeah, I was like, oh, this would be a good idea. We'll do a little stream testing all the cars. Well, like the Berlin, learn how to drive in the wet. Yeah, it's a good skill to have for sure. It's definitely a good skill to have. I would highly recommend it. Audi, I don't think it's rubbish. I don't think it's been rubbish, personally. It's kind of funny. It's something that I've driven a little bit. My buddy Peter, He's driven it some. He really likes it. I don't know why we've never driven it like for a season or whatever, but I think it's a pretty good car. Charity race. Yeah, I can't wait to do it. That's gonna be super fun. I love a charity race. I'm a sucker for a charity race. If you say you got a charity race and you're gonna raise some money for some kids, I'm there. I don't care what it is. Let's do it. I'll take some pro 4s. We'll race some guns around Daytona. I don't care. If it's a charity race for the kids, I'm all about it. I've done a couple at this point. I just love them. Super fun. GT3 fixed farmer for too long. Well, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, man. There's a lot of people that just run the fixed. First one you did was for Broadbent. You won it. So excited. Hell yeah, dude. Forget how much lighter the steering is in this car. So you can fire this sucker up. Yeah. It's just a good car overall. I don't know if it's a good reason to drive it, but I really want to spend some time in the Cup car this season. And so part of me thinks it would be a good idea to just effectively be driving a Porsche in 2 different series. Obviously they're extremely different cars, but this is a sketchy corner in the Porsche, especially in low fuel situations. Easy to spin. I have definitely died there a few times. Aw. Almost. It is funny that the Ferrari steering is so much heavier than this car. This car's so light, you almost have to turn the feedback up a little bit. Than the Ferrari. Exactly. It is so heavy, it does feel like it doesn't have power steering. And this one feels like it's got twice as much as it needs. I do like the way this car sounds. I just think it's unique. There. Yeah. They just got an update, actually. Man, I say just. Within the last maybe a year, 2 years, we got an update. Yeah, I wouldn't say it looks great or anything, but it's not terrible. But if you look at a track like Interlagos is a great example. That track looks horrible in iRacing. Then you look at it in like Le Mans Ultimate. It's kind of embarrassing how bad it is in iRacing, but I'm not here for the looks, here for the racing. Personally. Some speed. Just a lot easier to extract lap time in the Ferrari. Yeah, good point. Good point. Personally, I have all that turned off. But yeah, that's true. I forget what they call it, the foliage system. Yeah, I guess I got an artwork update. I don't know if it was like a full-on refresh. I'd be surprised if it didn't get foliage. It really hasn't been that long since this track was refreshed. So we can get a good lap time here. The Ferrari was just so easy to get that lap. I haven't driven that car in a minute. Keep a lot of that stuff off. I can show you my graphics after this if you remind me. Mostly just 100% focused on the cars, the driving. Any little hitch or stutter, it really messes with my ability to hit apexes and drive close to people and all that, you know. So I'm definitely prioritizing clean, smooth experience kind of over everything. This should be pretty decent. Good choice to not go to 5th. Shit. Yeah, 44.7 is definitely right there. I should have gone to 5th. Yeah, Ferrari was a 44.7, but it had more in it for sure. I bet you I could have done a 44.5. The optimal, I think, was a 44.4 or a 44.5 in the Ferrari. And it was just easy. It was easy. This, I feel like I'm having to... I don't know if it's top end or what, but having to dig a little bit more. Yeah, I haven't truly over the back of the rear axle there, or back, on top of the rear axle. It changes the game a little bit. It makes some things difficult. Like, you know how a car can be pretty loose when you're on low fuel and things like that? This car can be wrecking loose when you're at a track. And certain corners specifically on low fuel. I think turn 10 here, the second to last corner, on low fuel is sketchy. Puhan at Spa. Any fast, flat corner, like this is one of them too. At least it's got some camber in it, but any fast corner that's generally pretty flat can be really tricky in this car, normally, especially with low fuel. But she is good in the wet, which is nice. It's one of the benefits of the Porsche. Even if it's a little bit off, a little slow, it's a beast in the rain. And that definitely gives it some bonus points. Top 3, and then you take them to another track to get more data, then you see another track you're trying to decide for a whole season. Yeah, I mean, the truth is, I'm kind of not, but No, that's obviously it's a very good point. I think somebody else mentioned take them to Sebring, take the top two to Sebring. One reason I think this is okay is I think Watkins is a pretty good reference track. If you think about, you know, it's not like we're at Spa or Daytona or something, right? Where it's hyper specific on top speed. Top speed is certainly relevant. Top speed is always relevant. But this track has a good mix of things too. Portimao might have been the best choice, but because it's goated, of course. but no, Wade, you're definitely onto it for sure, brother. Take it somewhere else, get a different viewpoint. I think the positive too is I've done this long enough to know, like, you could give me a track and I could give you a car that's probably gonna be pretty decent there just based on its characteristics and what it excels at, you know? I knew Ferrari would always be good here. Top end matters a lot here. And that car's got a ton of it. Damn. Third gear would have been the one. Poured him out, yeah. I think honestly the outcome of this is going to be take those cars and drop it in the SCR Discord and be like, hey guys, maybe we should think about the Ferrari. It's pretty fast. But we'll see. I think a lot of people are just expecting to draw the Porsche this season, so just fine by me. Wish I could be a little bit harder on the accelerator on exits. Look at that traction control kicking, and this is full fuel. Imagine what that feels like when you got no fuel. Hyper. That's a good point, man. That's a good point. Not allowed to use the word hyper anymore. True. Yeah, Zach, I'm with you, brother. I think we'll see, man. We'll see. I'd like to drive the Porsche this season. That is my plan. And like I said, if the SCR boys do it for PRL, then I'm just gonna do it because I want the setups, I want the shared knowledge. I think I suffered massively in this past PRL season, being in a car that nobody else was in. Couldn't share anything. I mean, that's huge. Huge. Go. So with the early part of that braking, probably lost a tenth doing that. It's a little bit more controlled. It's a little bit of time there, nothing crazy. 44.9.
45.057. New fast flat for you.
Is just Reddit. I spend time there for sure. I've limited myself at this point to the topics that I care about, so I'm not like in the news subreddit or anything anymore, because that shit is just unbelievable. A lot of people in those that don't follow my my compass, so I just can't listen to all that noise. But anywho, Reddit's an interesting place. We'll just leave it at that. I mean, for me, the consensus thus far is Porsche. Ferrari is wonderful as well. The Ferrari just, it's easy to extract that lap time. I'm sure the McLaren's going to be similar than the Ferrari. They have similar characteristics, similar strengths, and top end speed. When you factor in everything over the course of an entire season, rain, I mean, that counts a lot. Stay on the track. I think it's going to give a little bit of a bump to a car like the Porsche. That's a good one.
44.901. New fast flat for you.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have sets for all the cars yet either, so I can't drive everything. But kind of driving the sets that I have. I have VRS sets. Porsche. 44.9. That. And I like it pretty loose. Wade, you just have a field day with that sentence, buddy. Yeah, I am, but I'm waiting for our new, I don't want to say it out loud, but our new setup system. I'm waiting to get that going. So these setups that I've got right now were given to me by one of the guys in my Discord just to try out. So I had something to use other than the fixed setups for the day. So we're just kind of going through the ones that I've got. Yeah, no, you're good, brother. You're good. Yep, you have to consider rain, your comfort level, familiarity with the car, which one are you comfortable driving in traffic? Yeah, exactly. What kind of heathen do you think I am? Wade, you're one of a kind, brother, and I love every minute of it. Yeah, Z, you're 100% on it. I think I'm gonna be pretty comfortable in pretty much all the cars, Mustang notwithstanding. Anything mid-engine, I'm gonna be generally pretty comfortable with it. I've driven enough of those that I got a feel for it. I'll pick it up in traffic pretty quickly and all that sort of thing. But you're right, the rain is a huge component. I think the Porsche obviously gets a huge boost from that. All right, let's see. VRS is pretty loose, more than I like it, and I like it pretty loose. You know, to hold back on exit at times, and felt like I'd lose a tenth or so because of that. This is our feeling in that. I mean, feels fun to try, but not sure that translated into speed. I hate to say that. I don't know why I'm being negative about the Porsche, but it's just sketchy. It's a little sketchy. It's a little sketchy, you know? Kind of have to, got to be comfortable counter steering a little bit more than maybe you'd like to. I think it's good to be able to find the slip angle a little bit, but she was a little sketch. All right, let's go with the McLaren. Kind of running out of cars here that I have setups for. So I need some water, and I don't have any damn water. McLaren 720. The Evo. All right, I'm gonna, while this is loaded, I'm gonna hop up, go grab some water. I'll be back in a few minutes. I'll be right back. You are crazy, brother. Overthrow the stream. Can't take what we deserve. Said anything when watching the stream, and now I'm home in the comfortable couch. Love it. Fine with this sucker. Streaming is a priority. The old boot. Watkins R1. Again, I've been using, these are all VRS. I do have some grit and goes in here, but I've just been using the VRS sets. I think I'm going back to P1 docks for next season, by the way. That's been my plan. Yeah. You just built all that time up, man. One thing this car has going for it, the spaceship cockpit view. I don't have a giant windshield wiper in my face. Conveniently slips the gripper, yeah. Not sure if it was convenience, but yes. Data. Yeah, no grippers are coming into this stream, I can promise you that. My daughter would think it's hysterical, but my wife probably wouldn't. Do love the visibility of this car. Also got really heavy steering, a la Ferrari. Do a little easier on the throttle. Kind of forgot about that with this car. You can just hammer it down or it wants to go. Boy, I wouldn't recommend that. Sir. Feels like a totally different perspective driving in this car. Y'all better bring guns. Literally just feel like you're sitting on the nose of this car. Road trip. Steer. Freedom seats and multiple sides. Nice. Love it. Too aggressive on the brakes right there. Still too damn good. Nice.
45.076.
Too casual there. Too casual. Yeah, brother. We haven't even said that yet today. What are we doing here? Uh-oh. Gonna stick with hell yeah, brother. That's just too good to give up.
.885.
44.8.
Lap of the session.
Got to keep that right front on there. This car also makes you feel like you're going really fast because you're sitting on the hood. Oh. I gotta give that another go. I think it's way too fast. Yeah, it's not great in the curbs. I think I'm also chucking it around pretty hard. But yeah, it doesn't like the curbs too much. God, it's fast. Again, I don't know if it's perception or what. Yeah, the NSX I ran first feels pretty good. I mean, it doesn't feel as fast as, like, it's not as fast as a Ferrari or the McLaren or even the Porsche for me. I don't know, it feels a little bit more muted. I mean, the Ferrari was pretty active. This is pretty active. Porsche is really active. Mustang felt really muted. I would put the NSX closer to the Mustang than I would either of the other three cars I've driven. Just in terms of how lively it feels. But every time I put a joke that isn't even real, YouTube filters out the entire comment. Really? I don't even see it. Like, I don't get a view that shows me what you put in there or anything. I don't know if there's a way for me to actually see that or not, to be honest. YouTube's just protecting me, man, that's all. See if we can get some lap in here. It also takes a second just to get kind of reacclimated to all the different cars. They do drive a little different, all of them. It feels about as lethargic as possible through turn 9. Yeah, Lucas, I agree, and I also kind of get the sense that, like, because the FOV is the way that it is, especially the vertical FOV, I think it messes with, like, my sense of speed. Like, it feels like it's going slow, but obviously she's moving. Like, in this car, you have such a huge FOV, vertical and horizontal, with no obstructions. You feel like you're sitting on the nose, right? And it feels like it's hauling ass. I feel like it has an effect. It definitely doesn't like the curves as much as some of the other cars. I don't know if that's a bad thing. It's something to note. Ooh. Been hooked up yet? Heat finder account. Nice. I assure you, no one wants to look at my dogs. Gotcha. Yeah, it looks slow, man. It really does. Back corners. Struggles. Let's get another lap. Hopefully get a little bit better. I do love the spaceship, though, I gotta say. 44.8, isn't that crazy?
That was your fastest lap of the session.
And I think there's way more in it. The Ferrari is a 44.7 for me. Pretty sure the NSX is a 45 flat. I've got a note, and I'll bring it up once I'm done with this. Optimal's here's a 44.6. Fight, there we go. I haven't done that one yet. I don't think I have a set for it either, unfortunately, to try it. I generally stay away from the front engine cars. I just don't feel like they fit my style very well. But I do have a Mercedes set, so I'll give it a shot. I feel like the mid-engines fit me better. That would be a tough one for me. I might actually have to do it, Wade. If people donate a certain amount of money to a children's charity, we might be able to talk. Wasn't the best two corners there, but probably lost at least a tenth and a half. Yeah, I mean,
44.736. That was your fastest lap of the session.
I would say it's an easy 44.6 if I had upshifted to 5th in turn 10. Too damn easy to get quick lap times with. Please, dear baby Jesus, iRacing, do something about this fucking car, please. It's too easy to drive quickly. Fuck. So annoying, man. Okay. That's all I got to say about it. It's good. I like it. I like it a lot. It's disappointing. It's disappointing. Honestly, it's super disappointing. I don't want it to be that car that's just stupid easy. And again, I know we need to take this to some different tracks. We're just looking at Watkins, and it's gonna be good at Watkins, right? Just like the Ferrari is. It's got top end. It's gonna be good there. We'll take it somewhere else and try it, but I don't know, man. If it's that quick right out of the gate, I don't see how it's gonna be any different anywhere else. All right, we've run all the cars I have setups for except for the Mercedes. So let's see. Let's see what she do. The Evo. I have driven this car at Daytona. I did a 24-hour race at Daytona here like 2 months ago in this vehicle. And that's about it. I haven't driven this thing much. It took me a lot of time to figure out how to stop smashing the accelerator on exit in this car. I began breaking down the defenses. Hey man, if we're talking about donating money to kids' charities, I'll do a lot of things. You know? And I might make that camera something you never want to see again. You know what I mean? It's kind of like one of those things. Got to be careful what you ask for because you just might get it. You know? This bad boy. Watkins. Oh, this says HIMO too. Let's go VRS so we have consistency. Set. See a lot of things I never want to see. Yeah, dude, I can't imagine that. That's for sure. I got nothing for that one, brother. Cannot imagine. Soul Beast. I haven't driven this son of a bitch in a hot minute. I think everything looks about right. Let me double check the field of view. Make sure I got it set. Oh, wow. That's where I have all the other cars. That does seem aggressively back, though. Let's go with that. So this is where it should sit, right here. Why I had it setting up so high. Something about the door. It's almost like it's above my shoulder. Let's go with that. But again, this is what I drove at in that Daytona race. And it was fun. I mean, I actually really did have a good time with it. Once I got the hang of not like smashing the throttle. But it does feel super strange, like I have this dashboard in front of me all of a sudden. You're in the McLaren, you feel like you're literally in a spaceship. Does sound good. Honestly, has a weakness for kids. I do, man. I do. Kids in need, 100%. No doubt about that. Pretty aggressive A-pillar got in front of us. We like that there's a lap time diff right there in the middle. Steer. Oh my god. Alright, alright. Let's rein it in a little bit. Let's rein it in a little bit. Holy shit. Oh, yeah. Little oversteer on throttle there. much this thing hates curbs on throttle. Oh boy. Yeah, turn on's going to be a journey here. Okay. Okay. Holy shit. Gonna take a minute. Just doesn't feel as agile, you know, so it's gonna take a second, try to adapt. This is Mercedes. The old Merc. Kind of like the, kind of feels, in some ways it feels like the Ford. I feel like I'm going slow. I think the perception of speed's a little different in this thing. Also was just driving a McLaren while I was sitting on the hood. I gotta remember that. Yeah, I'd say it feels like that too. As long as it's fast, right? Guess the first lap. What's this gonna be? I'm gonna go with like 45.4. I think it's gonna be pretty slow to start, and then maybe I'll pick it up with a couple laps. Yeah, that's gonna be sketchy. I don't know how to get through here at all. Gotta brush the brakes a little bit. Ooh, baby. Shit. Let me hit the fucking wall like an idiot. See what it would have been. 45.2. So more like a 45. Let me get a new car. I'm sure the left side's a little smashed. Funny, man. If that was a 45, it did not feel like a 45. I'm assuming I lost 2/10 smacking the wall. Might have been even more, but probably 2/10. So if that was a 45 flat, color me surprised. I mean, don't actually do that, but yeah, you know what I mean. Bonk. Yeah. Shit.
They say you cut the cord. You'll have to slow down and give up the time game. Your car looks fine. No damage to report.
Just such a fundamentally different car than I'm used to driving. It's gonna take some time. Jesus. You guys hyped up for the new season to start on Monday? I know I am. I'm ready to get back to racing. Hot lapping, fine, boring. I think IMSA will be a lot of fun here this week. I mean, gonna be a lot of death, but it'll be fun, hopefully. I want to get on that journey to 4K, man. I don't know, I'm not sure if I can get there, quite honestly. I might plateau before then. But I feel like I can get there. I feel like I can get close. It's kind of this goal I have for myself. Dude, speaking of American Gladiators, have y'all seen that? I guess I'll call it a documentary. I think it's on Netflix. They did one of American Gladiators. It's pretty awesome, actually. As a kid we grew up watching those guys and gals, that was pretty awesome. Pretty awesome to see behind the scenes as an adult for stuff that I used to watch as like a 10-year-old. You can see why this is always so popular at Daytona. You really only have like 3 corners you have to worry too much about. After that, straight line. Action. Get the hang of it a little bit. Feels lethargic. It's not always a bad thing. Little slide there. Five one.
45.19. That was your fastest lap of the session.
Probably a fourth gear turn, actually. You'd at least get in the 44s. Appreciate y'all for being here. I hope you're enjoying yourself a little bit. A little entertainment on a Saturday afternoon. I've been missing streaming like y'all wouldn't believe. I'm honestly just can't wait for the races to start so I can stream again. I tried to get a video of like not streaming, just recording for YouTube of the Ferrari 499P, and that's where that YouTube short came in, where I literally died in the first corner. Somebody hit the wall and came bouncing right back in front of me. Yeah, that's probably gonna be it. It's bad, it's really not. It just feels... You have to be really patient. You kind of have to let it do what it wants to do. That's not really my driving style. But I think if you're patient, you're really good on throttle. And you can just, again, like, be patient. That's the kind of what I keep coming back to, obviously. But I think if you can do that, I mean, it's got pace. This would be a pretty good lap.
44.648. That was your fastest.
What is that, man? Really? 44.6 out of nowhere. It's the fastest car. How is that possible? Oh my god. Come on, man. What the fuck? Can't argue with the stopwatch, man. Jesus. Wow. I guess it suits my driving. That's a really good point. I think you just have to like let it do what it wants to do. Super patient to get back to the throttle. What a weird lap that was. Where the hell did that come from? And there's more in that for sure, man. I think some of these corners I'm downshifting one too many. Yeah, in the wet, probably not great, but I honestly don't know. I don't think I've ever driven any of the rear or the front engine cars in the wet. I think I have maybe the Mustang. A little bit of the Mustang, that's it. God. That moose is fast. Jesus. And even that. It's gonna be an 8. Shit.
44.898.
Yeah, fourth gear is definitely the play there. Oh wait, that was third. Never mind. Never mind. Moose is quick. Don't undersell the moose, that's for sure. The best entry there. Stay in third, stay in third, stay in third, stay in third. Yeah, little gain there. It's probably a 10th. It's the 10th. There's got to be some secrets in those two last corners there that I need to pick up on.
44.867.
But actually in fourth that time. Slowed down a little too much. It's just so weird, man. Am I just going to be able to just click off 44 eighths like it's nothing in this thing? It doesn't feel so bad, man. It's just all about being really gentle on that throttle. I don't know if y'all can see it really well in the trace. Hell, I wish I could see the trace. Maybe I'll go back and watch it later. But just being careful, like, on acceleration and not, like, going crazy. Damn it. Losing time through there. These last three corners are kicking my ass. Which I guess makes sense. This is where basically every other car is going to be way better. Yeah. 2/10 right there.
44.936.
Don't know what to say about that. That's ridiculous. Really makes me want to try the other cars now. I haven't driven the Beamer since Bathurst 12 about 5 years ago. Where the fuck did that come from? Feels damn, should be quick. Last three corners at Watkins. Sketch. Maybe. See to try. Do what it's going to do. Can't. So surprised by that. The Mercedes. I'm so surprised by that, man. I really am. That's crazy. That is shocking. So I think that's literally all the sets I had. Ford, Mercedes, McLaren, Mustang, Ferrari, Acura. Yeah, we've driven them all. That is something else. Yeah, it's true, man. My wife brought some Sprites in the house, and I've been enjoying those the last couple days. I've quit caffeine, and thankfully these have no caffeine, but they do have sugar. Obviously, that's a problem. A lot of sugar, actually. But yeah, the caffeine, that's a no-go. I actually have no caffeine ever. No coffee, no nothing. Yeah, I really should do... it's funny. So, I know I've told y'all this, but for a long time I was effectively made of Dr. Pepper. And I quit sodas a couple years ago now. The only soda that I've had since is a Sprite. And it's mostly trying to get away from the caffeine. Those caffeine headaches and everything after I was trying to quit was terrible. But yeah. What do we got here? Yeah. So, yeah, with the Sprite though, just the other day I had one of the zero sugar Sprites. And I mean, yeah, there's definitely a difference, but it's not that big of a difference. So I could definitely just roll with those. And truly too, we don't do sodas in the house much. It was one of those days where she was like, I'll just go pick up a couple. I was like, okay. But normally we don't have soda in the house. So I'm just taking advantage while it's here. It'll be gone probably by the end of the day is my guess. So yeah, man, I don't know what to make of all this, to be honest. I mean, I came into this expecting very clearly we're going to be driving the Porsche, right? It's funny. If you exclude the Mustang, I enjoy driving every other car more than the Porsche. Maybe also the Acura. I say actually enjoy, but that was the first one. If I went back and drove it again, I don't think I would like it as much. But of all the cars I just drove, I disliked driving the Mustang the most, and maybe the Acura with it too, but then the Porsche would be next, which is really surprising. The Ferrari's a little, yeah, I don't know. I was surprised. Definitely not surprised by this. Super surprised by the Mercedes. I don't know what to make of it. Obviously, there's a lot of other cars we need to try. Unfortunately, the sets just aren't there yet. I don't think they're here. I do still have a set, or I do still have a membership here. Their website is horrible, though. Gotta be honest. Oh, they've added some more. Good. Okay. Okay, let's do that then. So, I am curious now. Beamer. What else haven't we driven? Let's just look at Watkins. Yeah, boot. Zaboot. Wait. Oh, they got the Audi too. All right, let's jump back in. I'm curious. It's going to be unfortunate. I'll be comparing VRS with Hymo, but I'd still like to see. Hopefully this will download the setups for me. Let's take a gander. I would imagine the Audi's pretty decent in the rain as well. I'm not sure about that, but I would think so. Look at that. Had a nice little bump. It hit like 25-ish at one point. It's nice. It's nice. Almost 300 views. Love it. What else do we have? Kill some of this stuff here. Mustang. Yeah, definitely not going to drive the Mustang. It just doesn't feel right. I don't even know if I could adjust the field of view in such a way that it would make me feel the sense of speed like I'm used to. I've always wanted to drive the Mustang, and I just can't bring myself to do it. I know some guys that love it. There's some guys on my team that drive it and love it. It's just not for me. Although a minute ago I said the Mercedes wasn't for me, and well, that thing was sweet. Yeah, it sounds phenomenal. What are we failing at here, iRacing? Please keep my settings. Okay. Audi, try it again. If not, we'll restart iRacing. Yeah, like I said, I'd love to try the Audi. I'd love to try the Lambo. I'll try the BMW as well. What else am I missing here? BMW, Mercedes. What other front engine do we have other than the Mustang? I'm not going to even try the Corvette. I'm just not going to do it. It's not going to happen. See if we got some sets. IMO? We're downloading these. You sure my thing's still active? One docs that I've got that's pretty old, but whatever, it's better than nothing, I guess. Let's give it a shot. Oh shit. Yeah, I clearly haven't driven this car in a hot minute. The center, because it's off-centered. Should we do it like that? No. Just now I can see the headrest. Do it like that, I suppose. Off-centered. Let's go 17. When the cars are off-centered. Can't see that dash first yet. That's one huge knock. Like, if I can't see the dash, especially tire, I mean, I can see it's actually down there, but tire temp to me is huge. I use that a lot. I don't know the last time I drove this car. I feel like I can't see shit with the dash being so tall. So this is P1 docks, which means it's going to be probably pretty loose. So expect a spin or two. Yeah, it must be tire temps down there. Jesus. Does not like the curb. Still turning though. So it's not terrible. Very planted. Definitely thought I was going to understeer right into that sucker. The best turn one ever. Feels very good. Feels planted. Very responsive. No clue if it's fast. Curves, pretty bad. Well, you can get past that, but... thought you might do that to me at some point. Again, it's P1 docks. It's going to be a little sketch. It's going to be a little on edge, or very much on edge. It's kind of their style. Expected to be really sketchy here, but it's actually not bad. Can't get that far. Let's give it another go. Yeah. Yeah. It does sound pretty good. It's unique, that's for sure. It's a weird view. I feel like I'm really, really low. Can't raise it up much more. I wouldn't be able to see anything on the dash. Gotta hit the brakes a little harder through there, it looks like. Zachary? There. I think have something with the perspective. It really does have some impact there. I see it most in the Mustang, but yeah, here, the Mercedes we just drove as well. 45.1.
Hey, that was your fastest lap of the session.
Stay on. Rip. Close enough. And again, this is a P1 dock setup from, I think, Season 2, so could be a little off. I certainly can't compare it to the VRS sets I was using that are ready for this season. Put the brakes there a little harder so I can accelerate out here. Should help. Yeah, not much, but helped a little bit in lap time there. I did the same thing there. Didn't help as much. Gaining a little bit, but like a tenth, not much. The tent right there. Sure. These two are definitely, the last three corners definitely catching me out pretty hard in this car for some reason.
45.
Yeah, it's just not gonna be it for sure. I hate to even put anything on my notes about it, honestly, because I'm not comparing apples to apples. A little unfair. I don't want to do that. It's definitely not bad. Just wish I had a good set for it. It's not downloading the sets. Pretty sure my thing's still active, and I'm pretty sure we saw that there was a set. But anyway, whatever. All good. All good. What do we have? That's probably going to be it. I don't have... Like I said, I do really wish I had the other sets. I'm going to hold on to these notes. Because I imagine over the next 24 hours or so, we're going to see sets from all the other... For all the other cars. Hopefully I can get my hands on the Audi, the Lambo, the BMW. Let me see if the BMW shows up. I'm almost certain I saw that car in there. GT3. Just try it real fast. Give it the old college try. Damn, I've been streaming for almost 3 hours. It's kind of crazy how that happens. I hit live and then I look down. I'm like, oh, Jesus, I've been here for like hours and hours. Doesn't feel that way. Seems to go by so much faster. Chat, y'all keep everything interesting, that's for sure. Anything in here? Still says 2024. Do I have anything for this car? For this track? I'm sure there's something in here. Lemons? Monza? IMO? Lemons? Atlanta? Keep you on your test. Yeah. Amen. Y'all do a good job. Oh, here we go. Watkins, season 3. This will be comparable to the Audi because it's the same. P1 docs from the same time period. So this would have been season 3. The grippers. I do like the dash in this car. I also get kind of a similar vibe though with the it's very narrow. The horizontal or the vertical field of view is very narrow. Let me double check this. Make sure I'm getting the same perspective. Wow. That's what it's supposed to look like. See this? Sitting back a little bit. Sit down a little bit. It doesn't seem like this is the like where it should be sitting. These cars are so strange, man. Sit down just a touch. How about? Good point. Good point. Just like I like to have like a pretty good reference. It's like when I'm looking left to right, I like to be able to see just ever little bit of the headrest. In this case, I'm actually not, but this feels strange. Why do they have this giant hump right in front of you. Weird. Pressures. I don't see tire temps at all. Yeah. Be heavier than the Ferrari. Again, this might not be the best thing ever. Track temp's got to be way different than what we were seeing in, well, maybe not actually. Season 3 probably would have been early fall. I don't know. Hard to say. Probably shouldn't guess too hard. Oh. Doesn't want to downshift quite early as I'd like it to. Don't love the giant windshield wiper. Really paying attention to many things. At least it lines up with that bar. It's not as bad as having a bar and a windshield wiper. I feel like I'm kind of sitting up on a booster seat here. Badly broken, how? Keep shifting too early. A little shift light keeps popping off way earlier than I think it wants to go. Gotcha. Second. Pull it down in a second. Does anybody drive this damn car?
.122.
Yes. Feels boring. I don't know what else to say. It's just boring. It's not nearly as planted as the Mercedes was. The whole symmetry thing with this little hump on the dash is really screwing with my head. Give it more time. There's some redeeming quality in here somewhere. Find it. We don't want to hit the brakes there, but Shit.
.468. That was your fastest lap of the session.
It's too hard. It wants to spin. I'm actually surprised it was a 45 at all. Tried out the new M2. Didn't have any brakes compared to the power output. Waiting for influx. How do I get out of rookie's book? Yeah. Yeah, it felt very, the steering felt lifeless to me, but again, that could just be a configuration thing on my side. It's kind of like when I drive the Porsche Cup, I have to turn the feedback up a lot because the steering just feels lifeless without some extra feedback. There's traction control. It's just not an easy car to drive. Mercedes is a lot easier to drive as long as you let it do what it wanted to do. This just feels like you hit the brakes too hard, it wants to slide. Driving front engine, I don't know why you're driving this. It's a challenge. Sure, it fits a certain driving style. I guess I shouldn't say it too abruptly, but doesn't fit mine. 45.0.
45.009. You've just set your fastest lap of the session.
Got it. Damn it. You gotta anticipate you hitting the brakes like that, turning in, and it's just gonna slip. Especially turn 1. What else was it doing that? Turn... in the chute, turn 6. So I find it strange it doesn't want to go to 6th gear, ever. Felt that coming. Alright, well, if you're driving this car, get your head checked. I don't know why. No, joking. It's funny. The optimal for me was a 44.6. So, like, there's definitely pace in there. I'm guessing it's just, you got to have a certain style. I don't know that it matches with me very well, but it is funny, man. The optimal is a 44.6. That's actually really surprising. Really surprising. All right, y'all. Well, that's going to do it for me for the day. I'm jonesing to get back in here and do some real racing. And as you can imagine, unless there's something on my calendar I'm not aware of, Monday night we'll be here in IMSA. I don't know what I'm going to be driving just yet. Honestly, after having done that little experiment, I really don't know what to drive. Yeah, I don't know. I think I need to do this again. And I think I'll take it somewhere else. Portimao is probably a good choice. A lot more curves, a lot more undulation. Top speed's not going to be quite as big a deal. I mean, there's probably 2 big spots for that top end to show out. I would imagine that a McLaren or a Porsche would beat up on the Ferrari and the Mercedes at a place like Portimao, but not really sure. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. That's probably a good idea. The Mercedes, man, I was shocked. Honestly, I'm shocked how fast that was. And there's more time in that for sure. I mean, that's literally the first time I've driven a Mercedes. I don't know how many laps to do, 5, you know. I did 5-6 laps in a Mercedes. I did the Daytona. It wasn't the Daytona 24. It was a 24-hour charity race at Daytona like 2 months ago. So I had some time in it from there. But before that, I don't know that I'd driven it much at all. definitely not for like a season or anything. I might have like poked around with it here and there. So yeah, surprising that a car that I've effectively have no time in, and I just don't have time in front engine vehicles, or at least GT3s. Very surprised. Very surprised. So I don't really know what to make of it. I'm going to take it back to my group and try to start a conversation around what we're going to choose, because we need to get to it. I mean, I guess we don't need to get to it. The PRL season doesn't start until January, so not in too big a rush, but at the same time, I'd like to just be driving to whatever we're going to drive so I can get time with it, get some experience with it and all that. So yeah. Well, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me for 3 hours on a Saturday. I know this is not my normal time. I'll be back for sure Monday night with officials. Hopefully we can have a good time with some of those. I'll probably be doing some practice offline, maybe tonight and certainly tomorrow, just to, again, get myself back in fighting shape so we can get after it and box some kids up a little bit on Monday night. That's the hope. I kind of want to make some goals. You know, I'd really like to hit 4K IR. I don't know if it's possible. I might peak at like the 3,500 range. I don't really know. But when I see the number going up, I'm like, hey, why not get to the next whole number? You know, let's get that 4,000. But we'll see. So anywho, thank y'all for hanging out. As always, I do greatly appreciate it. If you enjoyed yourself and you're not part of our Discord, I highly recommend checking it out. We got a nice little group, like 100 people in there. And yeah, until then, till I see you next, maybe Monday night. Hope y'all enjoy yourselves. Have a great weekend. I'll see y'all later. Deuces.